Good morning, student. We have been discussing the network analysis. That is, in previous lecture, we have discussed the terms related to network planning methods. In that, we have described the event activity. Then under activity, we have seen the critical activities, non-critical activities, dummy activities, and then we have seen the critical path, duration of that path activities, total project time, earliest start time, earliest finish time, then latest finish time, latest start time, float or slack, total float. So this is we have all defined. These are the terms related to the network planning methods, and this we have explained with the help of one network diagram in which all the events, activities, then critical path, duration, it is all shown. Today we'll discuss the program evaluation and review techniques. So this is also known as the PERT. This is also known as the PERT. So the PERT was first used in 1957 as the methods of planning and controlling the polaris finish the product. This is generally used for the planning and controlling the Polaris missiles programs by Booz Allen and Hamilton together with the US Naval Department. The aim was to finish the project 2 years in advance, and therefore PERT describes the network techniques which includes planning, monitoring and control of the projects. So the PERTs describes basic network techniques, which includes planning, then how to monitor, monitoring and controlling. Okay, controlling of projects. And therefore PERT finds application in planning and control of the complex sets of tasks. It's find application in planning, then planning and control of complex complex set of projects. Its tasks, then functions and relationships. So these PERTs find the applications in planning and control of the complex sets of project and its tasks, functions and relationships. It is very important techniques in the field of project management. PERT is very important techniques in the field of project management. PERT is commonly employed for conducting the initial review of the project. Initial review of the project can be done with the help of this project management, that is PERT. And the PERT is very useful device for planning the time and resources. PERT is very important devices for the planning the time and resources. It represents important step in the development of the managerial science, and PERT generally helps in decision making. PERTs helps in decision making. PERTs actually develop as a research and development planning tool. Research and development planning tool, where activity timing could not be where activity timing could not be estimated with enough certainty. Okay, so to some extent, a similar situation occurs in design works also. The PERT can be employed at those places where the project cannot be easily defined in terms of time and resource required. So of course, the event can be readily defined, which means it is known that the part A will be manufactured only then the sub-assemblies can be built and so on. So this PERT techniques proves very advantageous when used for the non-repetitive types of projects, R&D, prototypes, production, defense projects, etc. So because of this uncertainty of the activity timing, the PERTs required for the planning and design of the project, the PERTs acquire the shape of the probabilistic model because it is uncertain about the timing activities. Because of the uncertainty of the timing activities, PERT acquired the shape of probabilistic model. It uses the linear programming and probability concept for planning and controlling activities. Probability concept helps in establishing or estimating the actual timing. If you use the probability concept, it will help you in estimating the activity timing and the maximization of the prescribed object, which is achieved through the linear programming features of the PERTs. And therefore, the basic tool used in PERT techniques is the network or flow plan. Okay, so network consists of the series of related events and activities. We have discussed what are the events and what are the activities. So this network consists of series of related events and activities. So all important points that as a person plans the activity in his hand or in his mind. So the flow plan evolves and it can points out the gaps in the drawing. Therefore, techniques, the PERT planning technique consists of the following steps. So techniques, the pod planning technique consists of the following steps. The number one, the project is broken. Techniques of pods. The project is broken down into different activities systematically. Into different activities systematically. Activities are arranged in logical sequence. Logical sequence. Okay. Next steps is the network diagram is drawn. Events and activities are numbered. Using the 3 time estimates, the expected time for each activity is calculated. Using the 3 time estimates, the expected time for each activity is calculated. Next, the standard deviation and variance for each activities are computed. Standard deviation and variance for each activities are computed. Earliest starting times and latest finish times are calculated. Expected time, earliest starting time, and the latest finishing times are marked on the network diagram. Then the slack is calculated. Critical paths are identified. and marked on the network. Length of critical path or total project duration is found out. है ना? हाँ, हो ठीक है. Length of the critical path or total project duration is found out. Lastly, the probability that the project will finish at due date is calculated. Lastly, the probability that the project would finish at due date is calculated. Okay, these are the steps in the pod planning techniques. Suppose we are to find the analysis of the networks of any network diagram, then we should have to follow all these steps. So next we will consider one example. The small engineering project is there. It consists of the 9 activities. Three time estimates for each activities are given in table 10.2. And we have to calculate the expected time, standard deviation and variances VT of each activities. So a small engineering project consists of 9 activities. The 3 time estimates for each activities are given. 3 time estimates for each activity is given in following table. Is given in the following table. So table is activity. First is activity. Second is the PO, TM, TP, TE, ST, and yes, variance. So activity 1, 2, time is 2, 5, 14, 6. Okay. So this time is given and you are required 3 estimates times are given. And we require to find out the standard deviation and variance for each activities. We have to calculate the expected times. This expected time we have to calculate. Okay, 3 time estimates are given and we are required to find the standard deviation, then variance and for each activities and the expected time. So the concept of the expected time and the estimation of the variability of the activity times is given below. So estimation of the activity time. Estimation of activity time. So for dealing with the uncertainty associated with the different activities, we are not known about the time, how much time the project will take to finish the activity. So therefore it is uncertain associated with the different activities, and therefore PERT approach computers the PERT approach computes the expected time for each activities. PERT is generally used as a tools for as a probabilistic tools for finding the expected time for each activities from the following 3 time estimates. So first is the optimistic time, estimation of the activity time. For dealing with the uncertainty, so the PERT approach computes expected time for each activity from the following 3 time estimates. Okay. So first is the optimistic time. And this letter which is used for this is T and the suffix O. So this is the optimistic times. It is the shortest possible time in which the activity can be completed. It is the shortest possible time in which an activity can be completed. If everything goes exceptionally well. Okay, the second is most likely time. most likely time, that is a, it is denoted by t suffix m, that is the most likely time. It is the time in which the activity is normally expected to complete under normal contingencies. It is the time in which the activity is normally expected to complete under normal contingencies. And third is the pessimistic time. Pessimistic. So it is the time which an activity will take to complete the case of difficulty. So it is the time which an activity will take to complete in case of difficulty, that is, it mostly the things go wrong. It mostly the things mostly the things goes wrong. 10 मिनटं नाही ना. It is the longest of all the three estimates. It is the longest of all the three time estimates. Okay. Therefore, this that is optimistic time, then the most likely time and pessimistic time are combined statistically to develop the expected time TE for an activity. So how we can combine this? We can this is the optimistic time, then this is the most likely time, and this is the expected time, and this is a TP, that is a pessimistic time. And therefore, TP and TO are about equally likely to occur when the probabilistic of occurrence of IM, probability of occurrence of TM is 4 times that of TP or T naught. Therefore, TE is given, that is expected time is given T naught plus TM into 4 plus TP divided by 6. This is equation number 1. So the expected time can be calculated T naught, that is optimistic time, plus 4 times the most likely time plus the pessimistic time divided by the 6. Equation number 1. Second is the estimation of the variance estimation of variability of activity time. So purpose is to find how reliable TE has got from equation number 1. So assume, suppose case 1 and this case 2. So the optimistic time is suppose 5, and therefore optimistic time is also 5 for case 2. This is the most likely time is 6, then most likely time for the case is 10. Pessimistic time is suppose 7, pessimistic time is 21, and therefore the expected time we can calculate 5 plus 6 into 4 plus 7 divided by 6, and this expected time for this is 5 into 5 plus 10 into 4 plus 21 divided by 6. So the TP for this will get, sorry, TE is equal to 6 and TE is 11, and therefore expected time is equal to the most likely time, and in this case the expected time is not equal to TM. Expected time TE is not equal to TM. So this indicates that if the time required for an activity shows high variability, that is in case 2, and there is a wide range of 3 times estimates. Therefore, the certainty and confidence to correctly anticipate the actual time from the relation 1 decreases, and therefore there is a need to measure the variability in the case of activity arises. So knowing the variability, the reliability of expected time values can be assessed. So this part using the statistical probability concept employs standard deviation, that is ST, and the variance VT as the measure of variability. So the standard deviation ST and the variance VT are measures of variability. These are the measures of variability, and they are given by standard deviation ST is equal to TP, that is a pessimistic time, minus the optimistic time divided by 6. This is the question number 2. And next is the variance VT is equal to expected time minus optimistic time divided by 6 brackets square, and that is equal to standard deviation square. This is question number 3. So for the cases first and second, we can write for the cases first and second, we can write standard deviation for case 1 is equal to 7 minus 5 divided by 6 is equal to 1 over 6. And for the standard deviation for the case 2 is equal to 21 minus 5 divided by 6 is equal to 2.66, and the variability for the case 1 is equal to 1 by 6 square, and this is equal to 1 by 36. And variability for the second case, it is 7.1. This support the above concepts. Okay, so coming to the actual problem, now we'll solve the problems. And in table, the values of optimistic time, most likely time, and pessimistic time for each activities are given, and we are required to find the expected time, standard deviation, and variance. These are calculated by the equation number 1, 2, and 3, which just we have seen these equations. And therefore, we have to find for the first case, what is the, that is the expected time, which is given by this formula T naught plus Tm into 4 times plus Tp by 6. So these all T naught, Tm, and Tp are given in table for each activities, and we are required to find the expected time, standard deviation, and variance. So just put the values from the table, which we have the value of, it is T naught is 2 plus Tm is 5 plus Tp is here 14 divided by 6. So we are finding the expected time. So 2 into, this is a plus sign, divided by 6. So this is coming equal to 6. So expected time is equal to 6 for this, and we have to find now the standard deviation. We have to find standard deviation. What is the formula? Standard deviation Tp minus To minus divided by 6. Tp minus To divided by 6. So what is Tp here? Tp here is 6. And what is the To? To is 2. Divided by 6. 4 by 6. So by 3. Okay. So this is coming. The standard deviation is here, divided by 6. Tp minus T naught. So Tp is here 14. Okay. That is pessimistic time is here 14. not 6. It is a 14. So okay, so standard deviation is 2. Standard deviation 2, and now we'll find the variance, that is VT. So what is variation? Variance, it is a standard deviation square. So this is 2 square and this is equal to 4. Okay, so this is the, we can find the expected time, standard deviation and variance for the given 3 time estimates, that is a optimistic time and most likely time and a pessimistic time. Therefore we can substitute this in the table, that is a its value are 6 to 4. So this is a 6, 2 and 4. So this is for the activity 1. Now we'll go for the second activity and we'll find again for the given 3 estimates time, we'll find the expected time, standard deviation and variance. So again, the activity 2 is here. I can write the activity 2 here. Activity 2 is here 1, 6. Activity 2 is 1, 6. So optimistic time is again here 2. Most likely time is again here 5. And pessimistic time is 8. So what will be the value of expected time, standard deviation and variance? That we have to again find. So the PO, PM, TP, these are given 2, 5 and 8. So for activity 1, 6, optimistic time is given 2, most likely time is given 5, and the pessimistic time is given 14. Okay. Then find out the expected time. So use the formula expected time, that is a T naught plus most likely time is given, it is a 5. So 5 into 4 plus TP 14 divided by 6. So this is the formula, and find out the standard deviation. Expected time is here. We have already calculated this. Okay, this is for activity 1, 6. So for activity 1, 6, the time given is not 14, but it is a 8. Expected time is yet 8 here, and for this value will also get changed. So this is the 8 here. So what will be the expected time? Expected time will be 5 here. So expected time will be 5 here. Find out the standard deviation and variance. So standard deviation, so expected time is here 5, optimistic time is here 2, expected time we have got here 5 minus the optimistic time is 2, 3 divided by 6, 3 by 6, what is the variance between the standard deviation square, that is okay. So here so there are the different activities are there and we are required to find where to complete this table. Activities are given here, then for 1 2 1 6, then 2 3 2 4 3 5, these are all the activities, then 4 5 6 7 5 8 and 7 8. Okay, these are all the activities and the time for 3 time estimates are given here, that is a optimistic time, most likely time and pessimistic time, and we are required to find the expected time, then standard deviation and variance. So I will write here 2 2 5 1 5 2. So optimistic time is given, most likely time is given 5 5 11 4 11 5. Then here 14 8 29 7 17 and this is a 14. Expected time is given 6 5 13 4 11 6 Then standard deviation, if you calculate, you'll get the values. 2, 4, we have calculated for this. For the next activities, the optimistic time, it is a 3 to 7. This value are given 9 to 13, 27, 8, 31, and this is the 11, 3, 15. And this is homework for you. You find out the standard deviation and variance for this example, and the rest we'll see in the next lecture. Okay.